Hey everybody, welcome to Wingmans Hangar episode 70. Only 3 left, and this is one of those 3. And if you're new to Wingmans Hangar, this is kind of an inside look at everything Star Citizen, Chris Roberts' new epic space adventure. Let's get right to it this week. Can't wait! What do we got coming up today? Well, we have forum feedback with your questions, and yes, there is a video. And we talked to Justin and Gerard about what it's like to be QA during the dogfight module and Arena Commander as they're testing it. We'll take a look at the Vanduul Swarm. I think you guys haven't seen that yet, so it's gonna be kind of fun for you to check that out. Well, we have a lot of new hires in the UK. We got 3 new senior QA testers. Will Clark, Jeff Coffin, the coffin they carry often, and Andy Nicholson. We also have Nick Etheridge, who's a 3D artist. So the UK is growing like a weed over there. Foundry 42 and Aaron and the boys are just making it happen. And I think you guys are gonna like a lot of what they're doing on the dogfight module as well. They're really kicking some serious hiney. Also, the Next Great Starship episode 13 was released last Friday. We're getting down to the final 2 for the live event, which is going to be going on June 7th. Make sure you get your picks in there for the last 2. Get them in there because there are some really, really cool stuff. And we're trying to get some stuff in there well, I don't want to tell you. It's just not going to be told by me. Not by me! Oh, we also had the death of the chat roll. That's right. Turbulent started taking down the old chat roll, and just in time, an old AI celebrity came to visit. Hal 9000. Hello, Wingman. Hello, Dave. Made an appearance in the final moments of the chat roll to share his thoughts on the upcoming of its demise. Moments later, the chat roll was gone. Special thanks to Legante for putting that together, a little bit of fun. That's really cool. And you guys know Legante from his videos as the man in the gas mask. Very, very cool. Also, be sure to check out Chris and the latest 10 for the chairman. It came up Monday. It's always fun to see what questions he answers and gets them in there directly from subscribers. And again, if you want to get your questions answered by Chris, ooh, do you hear that ding? Somebody forgot to turn their phone off. That's how it rolls. Anyway, get him in there, get him in the subscriber section, and Chris will answer your questions, and he'll have fun on 10 for the chairman. So check out that. You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't visited the office. So let's go take a look at that. See ya. Hey everybody, been a while. Let's do the nose cam. Let's go take a look at Gerard and Justin and the Vanduul Swarm and single player. Let's take a look. All right, let's go take a look. Oh, nice nose cam. What's going on, Ted? How you doing? Shooting all the artists. What's up, Mark?
What's up, buddy?
Here we go. All right, let's take a look. Getting much more full here, guys. Take a look at this. There they are, into the cave. The mighty, mighty cave. What's up, Gerard?
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
Justin. What are you guys doing?
Just testing some Arena Commander.
Testing some what?
Arena Commander.
What are you doing here?
Looking at the shield effect right now.
Okay. Ooh.
Pretty good.
Let's get in and take a look at that. Show it again.
Oh, it exploded.
There it goes. Nice.
A little bit.
And Gerard, now you look to be playing in 3 screens. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I have the 5760 by 1080. I think I'm like the only person in the company that has this.
You're playing 4K?
No, I wish I was playing 4K.
Well, what is it again? What resolution?
5760 by 1080.
5760 by 1080. Cool.
So here's our matchmaking UI.
Oh, coming back to you, matchmaking UI,
Loading
right?
up Vanduul Swarm, which is the single player.
Mm-hmm. Cool, and we're loading. We'll go back to Justin. Let me know when you're loaded. What do you got there, bud?
This is the Terraform beam.
Terraform beam, love it.
And if you happen to fly through it...
Uh-oh, what's going to happen if you fly through it? Look at that.
Oh.
Warning, warning, warning. Oh,
Oops.
It didn't like that. I'm sure maybe you can force people through there. Well, this is live
There's
test.
Part of QA,
Yeah.
So it looks pretty, but there you go. Now you're in.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
Is it plugged in?
Plug it back in.
Yeah.
That'll work. That's a beautiful QA, people.
Let's see.
Oh, that's beautiful. You're playing like it's almost like a cockpit there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Being able to just
Should we show them the third person with a HUD? Just kidding. You formites. All right, looks great. Looks great. All right, we're gonna end it. We're gonna take off with our nose cam. We'll see more of this when it comes out next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll see you guys later on in the show.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. All right, and that's it. Let's go back to the studio. Wow, always really fun to see that stuff. It's good to get the nose cam back. We're gonna try to bring a few of the small bits that Mike and I created over the course of the year and put them back in there, kind of give you a little nostalgic taste, all leading up to the big finale in 3 weeks. Now, how big it is, well, we're not sure we're gonna go out with a bang or a whimper. Trying for a bang, but that'll be up to you guys to decide how we do there. And now it's time for
Forum feedback.
All right. Hey, Rob, how you doing? You ready for a little forum feedback?
I think we should go for bang.
Yeah, we should go for bang for sure. Oh, by the way, the phone noise they heard, yeah, that was not my best moment. That was my phone. I was telling everybody.
So
just
many of
after
your
I told
best
everybody, I
moments
was like,
today.
hey, everybody silence their cell phones, and
Well,
I
you even fiddled with it like you were doing something.
I totally, it's completely my fault. So, not surprised. Let's get right to it. Are there going to be any stumbles here? Let's find out. Oh, good. From Luke Downing. Will technology in the persistent universe evolve and expand as the game gets older, just as it does in the living world? That's a pretty good question.
The answer on this one was yes.
Cool.
He didn't expound upon it a lot, but he was talking about, well, the different versions of ships over the years, which happens with cars. Everything evolves. So why should we be any different?
Yeah, the idea here is that the game is going to always be growing. We'll always be adding things in. So that means technology, and that means everything will be changing over
New
time.
stuff to discover.
Exactly. It's going to be a big game. From Captain Nakara. Is the size and detail of the planet and Arena Commander map, Broken Moon, indicative of the size and detail of planets we could expect to see in the persistent universe? Will we see lots of variation in planet size from Plutoids to gas giants in the persistent universe? Will stars be approximately or appropriately massive size? Thanks. That's a lot of questions. And
That's a whole lot of questions.
He seems to be very concerned with size.
Size matters.
And to most guys, it does. Yes. So, from Captain Nakara, what do you think? Is planets going to be?
So,
is the Arena Commander indicative of?
Honestly, the planet in Arena Commander, it's too small.
Right.
So we are planning on having much bigger. Now we are working on some background technology that will make that possible.
We're talking about double precision.
Yes,
Yeah.
double precision. So we are going to have actual bigger planets in the final game. There should be some variation in the planets as well. They won't be quite life-size. Can't quite pull that off. But stars are a little different because you never get close to a star. So you don't need to waste all the polys on a giant star.
Okay, well, cool. From Icarus. I bet you thought I wasn't going to get that. Flew
was
too
easy.
close to the sun. I know, right? I know all about that. I understand art adaptations have been created for colorblind citizens. Will these be implemented in Star Citizen's Arena Commander? And if so, to what extent? If not, when is the art implementation for colorblind citizens expected to be introduced?
It's actually something that when we send emails about HUD items and everything, there is a lot of discussion of that. You can't have just one type of feedback. So, for instance, when something is damaged, we want to make it blink on the HUD, not just change to red.
Right.
So, I mean, we're aware of it. There are some small things, and it's something that will kind of evolve over time. We'll continue to add different options. And eventually, we want to be able to customize the HUD, so maybe you could even change out the color palette.
Right.
If you're having trouble distinguishing.
As we said, it'll be, we adding as we go. So I would expect the first version to be, we're kind of like Microsoft, where quality is job 1.1. 2, 3? Anyway. Ooh, it's time for a video question. You ready for this? From the Colonial Movers.
There, hold on.
Why do you see double?
I don't know. I'm a mover, not a doctor. Oh, damn! They are NPCs. They are very handy. Dear Wingman, what can NPCs do on their own? Can they run our economic nodes? Can we take them on away missions and will they automatically heal us if we are down? Put that pitchfork down!
Cool. Always good to see those guys.
I haven't seen them in a while.
It's been a long time, so they do some good work. So what will NPCs be doing in our universe?
Well, I mean, the standard things we've talked about, whether you're gunner or whatever, but one of the specific things they asked was about whether they can run your factory node, and that's kind of the way it works. You're sort of the upper level management of a factory, and you kind of pull the levers and decide how it's going to run, but then the NPCs do run the factory. It's not like you have to be there on the floor walking around smacking people in the head.
We're gonna see NPCs smacking people in the head? Is that confirmed? Or is it redacted?
Redacted.
Yes, I know. From Ghost Storm 11, will organizations be able to produce custom uniforms for their members?
That's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
Actually, that was Chris's response too. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
You know, standard caveats of if we do this, A, you need to be pretty art savvy to get something in our game. B, we have to have CIG approval of anything that goes into the game.
Yes, because people out there make interesting choices in nose art and
Interesting
choices. Yeah.
So it's something that wouldn't be out of the box, but would be something we'd certainly consider doing in the long run.
Right, and it also, you know, anytime you do texture changes or things of that nature, it adds to the size and footprint of the game on everybody's machine. So whether, you know, I'm sure we'll have to figure out a system where either if you share globally, that's everybody has to get that patch, or if you just share it with your guild members, maybe there's a batch file you can drop it in there. Take, you know, it's like a choice or something.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's a neat idea though, and that's one of the ways you guys can actually affect this game is let us know, and we do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. From FF Dark Half. Are there any plans to implement tactical weapons beyond things that just do damage? For example, a kinetic gun, which causes minor damage to your target, but through repeated hits pushes them around, disrupting their momentum and locking them in place, a la a Morning Star from Free Space 2.
There was a lot of information at the end
It was
of
a
that.
lot of information, yeah.
Probably could have trimmed that a little more. So we already have the distortion cannon.
True,
that's,
we do.
That's
we
kind
do.
of,
Yep.
you know, that is a very different effect. The idea that it messes with your pipes and changes the heat or the power that's flowing through them rather than just physically damaging your ship. And there's the idea of EMP weapons as well that may or may not happen early on. But the other thing that they're talking about, the physical impulse provided by a weapon to move things around, which A, is not always fun when it's against another player.
True.
But B, everything in your game has an impulse to it. I mean, when you fire a projectile at someone, it is imparting its momentum to the ship.
Right.
It's just a small mass versus a large mass, so it's not a significant move. But we don't have any specific plans to do that kind of weapon.
Cool. From Xenophius. I don't know how to, yes.
One of those might have been right.
Xenophius. I think it's Xenophius, actually.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's what it's going to be. In Privateer, there was a faction of religious zealots who would attack most non-believers. And in shows like Firefly, the Reavers were particularly nasty. Will there be similar NPC groups of crazies in Squadron 42 Star Citizen? Oh, it says, thanks, and we really miss your show. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. But
Don't miss it yet.
yeah, it's still 2 to go. Come on, man. So from Xenophius or Xenoph, whatever, what's the answer to will there be religious
I
zealots?
forgot the question.
Will there be religious zealots?
Right. Oh, yes, the crazies. There will be human opponents. There will be other opposition than just, well, as we currently have it, the Vanduul and pirates. You know, there's corporate raiders and that kind of thing, and we may have some crazies. It depends on what those crazy writers of ours decide to do.
Yeah, I think I've got a name for the crazies already. I think we should just call them the
Wingman?
No, we should call them the publishers.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I know. Was it scary?
I think I just peed myself
Was it scary?
a little.
Oh, dude, don't. From Grenseal. Hello, my question is about organizations. We have the ability to join multiple orgs, but will there be a system in play that will let orgs join under one banner? Say some PMCs joining under a flag of a larger mercenary corporation. That's kind of an alliance thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like that's an alliance, right? I mean, sure, alliances, yes. Yes, there will be alliances.
You know, the thing about alliances, whenever we do alliances, I think of access to allies or risk. And it was Phil, me, Chris, and Aaron that were playing like Risk all the time. And we would always have alliance. Those things never lasted more than, 2 turns at the most. And then pretty soon somebody broke the alliance. It was a beautiful thing. From Fila, what is the current logic behind smuggling? How will the mechanics of smuggling work in relation to the mechanics you are designing to catch a smuggler? Example, secret compartments, police checkpoints.
It's kind of a broad question. So that sort of covers it, the question itself. It's like, yes, you can have a secret compartment and carry goods that are not necessarily legal in a place, to that place. There are also ways to prevent cargo scans, or at least try to prevent them. The counterbalance to that is that the advocacy or the police in the local system would continually try to up their scanning technology so they can get past that and find your stuff. So yes, there will be checkpoints. Yes, there will be ways of sneaking past them. I'm not sure I can give much more detail than that right now.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And it's always fun to kind of hide and seek that kind of stuff. From Shadow Knight, if I were to board a ship carrying prisoners, slaves, etc., and then free them, will they help me take over the ship? Wow.
It's an interesting question. Really, right now, we're treating slaves or prisoners as more of an abstract. So it's a cargo. It's not really people that you would go and interact with. So freeing them would really just be dumping the cargo. So not really, at this time, a plan to have them help you seize the ship.
Right. It might make the guy who's flying the ship a little upset, too. From Groundhound. Hey, Groundhound. He's a chat rollian. We see him all the time. How you doing, Groundhound? Will the CIG teams be taking a short vacation after Arena Commander version 1 has been fully rolled out? We all want the game sooner rather than later, but we also don't want y'all to fry your brains by working long hours every day and powering through weekends. That's a toughie.
Those LA kids are definitely
they're
really pushing
the midnight
even
oil
harder
right
than
now.
the rest of the group.
I agree. Everybody's working hard,
but
though.
everybody's working very hard. But
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
the LA guys sometimes look like zombies in meetings.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris would like them to take a holiday, is the way he put it. But there's still work to be done. There always will be. So people try to grab vacations when they can.
We do. I mean, we all take vacations. I've got one coming up this summer, and people take time off. It's just, this is a lot of work, and most of us are here because it's a passion. So
we want to be here.
We want to be here. We want the game just as bad as everybody else. So the only way we get the game is if we create it and make it. So, and now here's Will Smith and James Pugh with this week's Most Valuable Post.
Hey everybody, I'm lead moderator Will.
And I'm Assistant Community Manager James.
And we're here to bring you this week's MVP. This week's MVP goes to DeathWish.
He created a bunch of Star Citizen inspired Google Chrome themes.
Yeah, currently I'm using the Star Citizen Dam theme, which is pretty awesome.
So thank you, DeathWish, you're this week's MVP.
Thanks, guys. Really looking forward to seeing what the community team comes up with for the new show. I mean, it's going to be very exciting. I know I'll be a little part of it going forward, but I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm sure everybody out there can't wait to see it either. And look, we have Justin Binford and Gerard Manzanaras. Is that correct? Did I say it right?
That sounds right. About as close as you can get.
What is it really?
Manzanaras.
Manzanaras. What does that mean? QA tester extraordinaire?
Yeah, it's half Mexican, half white, basically. But if you think of it as apple in Spanish, is manzana.
Manzana?
Manzanaras.
Well, so that's like multiple apples?
Sure.
Okay, sure, great. Let's get right to it then. Now, we already saw the Vanduul Swarm a little bit earlier, but you guys you guys have been working a while on testing this product, right? And all this stuff going forward. And for a while, we've got a whole QA team now in the UK, and we're still hiring a bunch of QA people. That's right, we're hiring QA people. Then, how has it been up to date? I mean, you guys have tested all the hangar patches, you've done all that kind of stuff. So take me through typically what happens with QA.
Okay, well, we get a build, and then we go through all the different checklists we have, which includes testing the hangar, all the dogfight module maps,
game modes,
and also the editor, so the developers can keep developing without having any problems with the editor, or hopefully we can catch as most as we can, and then they also help with reporting issues when they're working with the editor too. So
cool.
But so we definitely go through testing everything, and sometimes it's like finding issues is like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Sure.
So we have to make sure and check everything.
Right. So how did you guys both get into QA?
I got into the industry. Originally, I started working at Blizzard
Really?
And I worked there for 4 years, and I obtained the level of specialist investigator, and I primarily worked with account administration and compromised accounts investigations. And then after that, I transitioned into QA by joining the team at Portalarium,
Right.
Richard Garrett's company, and that's where I would test a poker application, and they also had another game they're working on, and that's where I got my feet wet, supposedly.
And you came over with I think David Swafford came from there, and John Erskine, and what about you, Gerard? Where'd you get in there?
So I actually met Justin, John, and David at Portalarium.
Okay.
That was my very first game industry job. And before that, I used to work at Capital One in the fraud department.
You were in the fraud department?
I used to stop bad guys, yes.
Wow. Well, the funny thing is on MMOs, and there's people try to take advantage of those things too, gold mining and things of that nature.
Right.
So I'm sure that'll come in handy. So what are the things you guys are most excited about with what's going on with Star Citizen right now, especially with the Arena Commander?
I'm most excited with just how Arena Commander can simulate what the persistent universe will kind of look like. So when everybody's flying around, you can kind of feel like you're actually in the persistent universe. And also, I'm looking forward to the leaderboards on the website, and that'll be...
That's because you've been testing it a while.
Well,
You're gonna have an advantage over the other people.
Well, it'll definitely provide some extra engagement and fun to the actual experience. So I'm definitely looking forward to all that.
Gerard?
Just that we're laying the groundwork for the PU,
Yeah.
or Persistent Universe. I think that's pretty exciting. It's like we're doing all the hard parts right now. Well, some of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard parts.
Yeah.
Well, go on, sorry.
No, that was it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, it is going to be fun. It's exciting, and the leaderboards are interesting. Now, we've got a plan in place with the rollout. We've announced the rollout. You guys are aware of that right now. But we've got a strike team of people out there also that help us from time to time, right? So how does that all work?
So the plan is to have a core group of community testers that would, we're going to maintain what we have right now, which is the bug reporting subcategory of our website. So anybody will be able to report issues, but we'll have a core group of testers, and they'll be able to have special direct access to the QA team, and they'll be able to report issues and make sure that they'll be the voice of the community, so to speak, and they'll be able to ensure that all the important issues and all the issues get our attention.
Right. And now, Gerard, it's very important as we're using the community because people are alpha testers essentially, pre-alpha, for those of you who hate that word, pre-alpha. Then, but it's important that we get folks to help us make the game better, in the right format. What we don't want to have is like duplication of a lot of the same things, and so we're gonna have to train people how to basically QA for us, right?
That's correct. We had discussed having a JIRA, somewhat of how Minecraft does it, where they have a public JIRA and people can create issues, and then within that community there's a higher tier of people that organize all the issues.
A higher tier of people.
Yeah, a higher tier of people that organize all the issues, close dupes, or have it all nice and neat for, say, us to go in there and just import them into our actual JIRA that we use.
Cool. So it's very, very important that folks out there are going to be helping us test the game. I want to thank you guys for joining us and helping out. And we've got what's coming up on the next Great Starship episode 14. Take a look at this. Wow, I cannot wait to see who gets through to the final two. There are some amazing ships. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping a lot of them get in the game because They really look nice, and I love new spaceships. That's really kind of cool. I want to thank subscribers for helping us fund these great things like this. Michael, don't we appreciate subscribers?
It's just amazing.
It is amazing. And also thank the pledgers, for without you guys even getting in here and starting this whole process, we wouldn't be able to make this great game, Star Citizen, and it's been the most epic and fun ride of my life, and challenging for sure. And we decided to have a little fun with the fan gifts this week. We had, over the last couple weeks, you guys have gone overboard in what's happened, so we decided to have a giant opening. Take a look at this. Hey everybody, you guys are amazing. We've gotten a ton of gifts over this last week, so we thought we'd have some fun, run around, and let people show you what you guys have been generous with. I'll start right now. Jeremy Loveday sent some personalized pins for Chris and myself. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Let's take a look. Hey, Sean, what's up?
Hey.
Well, first of all, what's your name?
Sean Murphy.
And what do you do?
Art outsource manager.
Okay, and what's going on over here?
We have a package from Joey Lanford, also known as Vecton Rawl on the forum.
Okay.
He says he knows that we love caffeine, so he sent us some really cool tea.
All right, thanks,
Yep.
man.
And a teapot, but it gets better.
It gets better?
Yep. In here,
What?
we found a Star Citizen board game.
Wow, very, very cool.
He says on here, by now you've probably noticed the second part of the package, taken me some time and a lot of effort to complete, and is now in prototype beta form.
Very nice,
To
very
be
cool.
continued.
Thanks,
So
Sean. So let's go on over here. And your name, sir? Who are you?
Martin Galway, I'm the audio director, and from Ron Tota Grande we have a bunch of whoopies.
Whoopies?
Which are these like
All right, cookies.
squishy cookie things.
Nice.
Gonna be perfect for tea and coffee.
Thank you. All right, let's go next. Sir, and your
Hi.
name is?
Hi, I'm Josh Coons. I'm 3D artist here at Cloud Imperium. From the Covenant of the Phoenix, we have a whole grab bag of candies and this sweet plaque.
All right, that's awesome.
The Award of Excellence.
Wow, cool, cool. Sir, Mr. Cool, what do you got there? And who are you?
Hi, I'm Brian Brewer, lead animator. And what we have here from O.O. Norland says, I hope it helps with the late nights. See you in the verse. Lots and lots of coffee.
Wow, all right, cool. Sir?
I'm Daniel Craig. I'm one of the animators.
You want to say hi to your mom in Germany?
Hello, Mama. This is from a fireman in Virginia. His name is the Viking Former, and he sent us a cool patch.
Nice. Very, very cool. All right, where do we go next? Where do we go next? What are you doing down here, sir?
I've got some cookies from the East India Interstellar Trading Company. I'm a designer. My name is Blake, and they're actually made with their own free-range eggs, so we promise we will not throw these into the Boston Harbor.
Thank you. All right, cool. Thanks, Blake. Well, yes, sir. And you are?
I'm Nate Blaisdell,
Nate?
and from Screwball, and I approve of this pure maple syrup.
Wow.
Also, maple bacon coffee.
Everything's better with bacon. Everything's better with the bacon. Sir, your name is?
Rob Irving.
Forum feedback.
Forum feedback, yes.
What's
Rob
this?
Irving, lead designer. This is from the Zen Onslaught Guild. These guys have sent us, they said, we want to extend our sincere appreciation for all the hard work that you and your team have done to bring Star Citizen to life. There's a lot more. The included gifts are a token of their appreciation, and the most important thing is the PS, which does say, these bottles stay corked until the dogfighting module is released. We won't be responsible for that sort of delay.
We promise to possibly keep that
3
promise.
fine bottles of scotch and the glasses to put it in.
Nice.
Very nice.
And we will keep that promise.
Oh, yes.
And your name is?
Hi, I'm Connie.
Hi, Connie.
From Joe Martin, aka Deadly Force, we have a Hornet laser engraved on black marble.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go. Not done yet, sir.
Hi, I'm Evan Manning. I'm a designer. And from Mr. Norman Sween, we have a wok, and it says, Wingman, I found the stir fry to be my secret weapon to weight loss since they taste great, are filling, and are easy to cook and clean. Here's a wok set to get you started. This was gift 2 of 3, so we got some other wok stuff.
That's very cool. Very cool. Sir?
My name's Liam Ericun. I'm the visual effects artist, and I got this sweet poster to go on my desk.
Nice.
Greater Toronto.
That is really cool.
That's really cool. Thank you for my desk poster.
We should get that framed. Sir?
Hi, I'm David Ping. I'm a senior animator. This is from Norman J. Sween. I guess this completes the set. I've got a stir-fry cookbook. And then, bam! Burn the fat, feed the muscle.
Whoa!
Yeah.
How'd they get my body on there?
I have no
Unbelievable,
idea.
unbelievable. And you are?
I'm Caroline. I'm the office mom.
Okay, office mom, what do you got for us?
Let's see. There's no from note, but we have some lovely coffee cups with the Star Citizen logo and the infamous Chris Roberts quote. This
What?
is bullshit.
All right. Well, everybody, what do we have to say?
Best fans ever.
Wow, thank you guys very, very much. It is unbelievable how supportive you are of the teams in all of our locations, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And also, one we failed to get in there was Wolf sent us in some bourbon. Unfortunately for Wolf, it was gone by the time we shot that, so don't know where it went. I'm looking at you, Skelton. Don't know, but thank you very much as well, Wolf. Much appreciated. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll find out exactly when we post videos like Wingman's Hangar, the new upcoming show, Next Great Starship, 10 for the Chairman, or any Inside CIG pieces. You'll get an email alerting you when it's coming up, and you'll be the first to know, and it's important to get on there. Subscribe to the channel. Submit your questions in the RSI forums. Every week we put up a video, a forum post saying, hey, you put your questions in. We want to know what you want to know. Well, that was terribly alliterated, but anyway, we would like to know what you guys are interested in finding out. That's much better. And we will put that forum post up and you guys can subscribe there. So also, Wingman's Hangover will be about 30 minutes after the show because I have a meeting when this is airing and I end up out about noon in Central Time. So we'll be doing a little inside look or what happened, and you guys will tell me what you liked and what you didn't like, and I'll adjust accordingly. So it'll be Wingman's Hangover about 30 minutes after the show, and it's always fun. It's kind of a Skype interview, very informal, and as if this isn't. And remember, if you want your stuff featured on Wingman's Hangar, send it in. We just might use it. Well, guys, where are we going to see him? In the verse.
So what is the speed of dark?